to say this because basically, I'm sorry. See, now I'm about to cry.
Oh,
My
Ella.
everything. Every time I think about that song, especially because I read somewhere that it's actually based on true happenings between you and Monsky. I'm like, imagine by the way, it actually makes me cry.
Stop.
Tell me how the heavens you actually just got, okay, I'll call it grace, to put all that together and to be able to tell your story and to actually just do a beautiful, what I call a motion picture. I've said this to you before.
Ella, please don't cry because you're going to make me start
Okay,
crying.
fine.
And then we're just
Okay,
gonna
I'm
have
trying
another
not to
hour.
cry. I really am
Yeah.
trying not to
Yeah.
cry. Sorry. It's okay. Yeah, please answer.
Wow, yeah, my everything was actually based on a true story.
Yeah.
And how it came about, you know, my husband was unwell last year. Towards the end of last year, I can't remember, see how my mind just, you know, your mechanism
back
to
to
sort
the
of just
moment.
like, But he was unwell. It was a crazy 3 weeks. It was only 3 weeks, but it was the craziest 3 weeks that we've ever had because he went from perfectly okay to HDU, all in a couple of hours, you know. So it was a difficult time for us. You know, it's I don't think there's any ideal situation, right? But especially when you've just talked, because we had just talked maybe about 10 minutes before, and we were planning how, I was actually the one who was unwell. We were like, should we meet? It was about 4 o'clock. Should we meet at the hospital? Should we go home, get one car, we were discussing logistics. He was fine, right? And then, so we agreed because of time, let's meet at the hospital. And this was a totally different place. And as I was driving there, I started seeing my phone going off the hook, and it was Kina Daddy Owen, Kina Nanoni, the guys I knew he was in the meeting with, and I'm like, these guys, you know, why is this repeat call and all that? And then, so finally I picked the call, and Owen told me, turn around, go, we're now at Nairobi Hospital, ABCD has us. So it was quite crazy. So, but we thank God that he pulled through, and really, God, that was God that came through. I can't even put it any other way, because the doctor who was actually seeing him, he asked me, do you believe in God? Yeah, this is your physician talking. Yes, your surgeon. He's like, do you believe in God? He's like, he told me, I'm a really good neurosurgeon, but I need you to pray. How do you not
I mean,
pray?
imagine him saying that.
Yeah.
I feel like this half of the table is holding their breath.
No, let me. I have goosebumps. You know, like especially because you know, you, me, Kev, we were friends, and you know what Kev went through, and it started similarly. It was just sudden. Did that actually like shake your faith in any?
I think it shook me. It didn't shake my faith. It shook me because we had just come from burying Kev. It was really like a month after, and Kev was my next door neighbor, right? So we were there, we were family, going through it together. And then now my husband is unwell. So my daughter, my firstborn, is the one I was feeling for because she could understand what Uncle Kev was going through. She knew he had a tumor and all that, and all of a sudden now her dad is unwell, and I could tell she was very nervous about it. She's like, what's going on? We just, you know, what is you know. So it didn't shake my faith, but it shook me because I didn't expect it, right? It brought me to my knees, and I was literally on my knees every night, every day, praying and telling God, you have to come through. You have to come through. You have to come through. And there's no other way I was putting it. I'm like, you just have
It's
to
not
come
a
through.
negotiation, God. Come through for me. I
Yeah.
remember one of our really good pastor friends, and you know, I come from a family that has Muslims, and you know, prayer for me is prayer. But there's this one thing that since I was really young that stood out. With God and with prayer, you really have to be detailed. You can't say, can you do that thing for me, God, please? You really have to be specific, and you have to be detailed. And right now, your video makes even more sense.